Welcome to Glowing Success. My name is Heidi and I am your host. This podcast is for beauty entrepreneurs. Join me weekly as we dive into the beauty industry's ins and outs, from business strategies, top-selling services, and taboo topics. I will be interviewing industry leaders with empowering stories and game-changing insights. Let's illuminate your path to success together. Let's jump into this next episode. Welcome back to Glowing Success. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you about my Google growth hacks. So I'm going to give you 3 free ways to attract more clients to your business, okay? So let's dive into some statistics. That's a hard word to say. So 72% of local searchers visit a business within 5-mile radius after searching. So this means like if your clients are searching like lash extensions near me, they're more likely to choose that business. They're more likely to go to that business and check it out. But let's really talk about the 3 ways that you are going to attract clients with Google, okay? Because there's a little bit that goes into Google other than just posting up your Google business page and hopefully getting some client reviews on it, right? So optimizing your Google business page. So basically like you need to complete everything on there. So when it comes to your hours, it comes to your services, your pricing, your contact information, they want you to add some good quality videos and photos. Those are always recommended with everything you do online, but definitely put them on your Google business page, because then people can check out, hey, where am I going? What are the hours? What are they open? What services do they do? Like maybe the prices, and for sure your contact information, right? Because I've seen too many Google business pages, unfortunately, that did not have any like contact information. And it's like, wait, what? You started a Google business page, but you didn't put how the person can book with you? Like that just seems a little odd. And of course, regularly updating, like if you have promotions going on, if you have an event going on, if you have seasonal facials, like seasonal services, always updating that to your Google business page just as much as you're updating it onto your social media, okay? Another good one I've seen is people will do like a question and answer. So they have a question and answer section. So it basically can answer common questions that people have about your business and services and so forth. Definitely check those out. So when it comes to mastering the local part of this SEO, so your search engine optimization, that's what SEO means. So this is the second kind of thing I want you to pay attention to, right? So when it comes to keywords, we're really talking about keywords here when it comes to SEO. You really want to use all the keywords you use on your Google business page. So obviously when you're describing your services, when you're putting things in the question and answer section, you want those same keywords to be used in your website. So I've had a past episode about this, about having a booking link compared to having a website. And I personally think that you should have a website with your booking link on it. And this is one of the reasons I suggest that, is because your SEO is going to be better for searchability. And what I mean by that is like basically like if people are searching you, we're going to be able to use those keywords, right? And that you're taking from your website and from your Google business page. And then that keyword search is going to pop up on when the person is searching that. So let's say they're searching, once again, eyelash extensions near me or eyelash extensions near Minneapolis. So if you have all of those in your website and your Google page, the higher likelihood of you showing up under that search is a lot better. The reason I suggest a website is because you can put more of those keywords on your website, right? So when you have a booking link, sometimes those booking websites don't allow you to be putting a lot of those words on there. It just depends on who you go through. Like I know Square, you can put a lot more in your descriptions under your services, a lot more descriptions under your products if you sell products online. So those definitely will help with the keywords, but I highly suggest doing a whole website so you can do many things with your website that sometimes you can't do with just a booking link. And specifically with this specific episode, there's a previous episode about this, so tune into that one and check that one out of why I suggest you having a website along with your booking link. But this one specifically, we really want people to find you with those keywords, okay? And, I want you to not only, have those keywords everywhere, but maybe be listed on other directories as well. So like we're cross-linking your website to everything, right? So if you're on Facebook, if you have a business page on Facebook, obviously use all of those same keywords. If you're on Yelp, if you're on Nextdoor, there's so many apps out there that you can be listed on. Make sure you have all of these keywords listed, because then Google sees that and they're like, oh, okay, that's good. The other thing to think about is, leveraging your client reviews. Okay, so this is kind of the third strategy to this, and this is a good way for people to find you. So another statistic, 74% of consumers trust a local business more if it has positive reviews. And you're probably thinking, duh. We've all done this, right? We've all tried to find businesses, and then you found the business on Google, or you found the business on the mapping system, and they had bad reviews, and you're like, I'm not going there ever. Now, maybe you didn't even read the reviews. Maybe the reviews aren't real. Maybe they were spam. Maybe they didn't talk specifically about what you wanted to do, but immediately you saw those bad reviews and you were like, I'm not going there. So if you have positive Google reviews, that's amazing, because it gives that future client knowledge saying, hey, somebody else has tried this, somebody else has gone here and gotten a good experience, I'm more likely to do the same. But what Google wants you to also do, so obviously, like I have many episodes talking about this, but ask every single client that comes through your door to leave you a Google review. I have a little thing that sits up on my front desk where they check out, and there's a QR code there. So I make it as easy as possible. And there's tons of places. You can go on Canva to make a QR code. You can go on Etsy and somebody will make a plaque for you. Like there's all different ways that you can just print something off and put it into like a little thing that stands up. There's so many different ways, but the easier you can make it for your client to leave you a review, the more likely they're going to. And especially if you ask them in person right when their service is done. They had a great service with you. Say, hey, would you mind leaving a Google review about your experience today? Now, I'm saying this because we want your clients to be using words more than just, I had a great service with blah, blah, blah. You want them to talk about their experience. I felt so relaxed with Heidi. She invited me into her spa. Her spa was so cute. I got eyelash extensions done. She explained the whole process to me and I left loving my lashes, or something like that. So if you think about it, not only is that going to leave you a review saying, wow, there's a lot of information here, so a potential client can look at that part, but also Google is going to look at all of those maybe possible keywords that they used and use that to your advantage as well. But let's take it another step further. You are going to also comment on those reviews. So Google really likes it when you're interacting, and this goes for like updating new information. So they want you to update new information all the time. So if you have new videos and pictures that you want to share, update that. If you have promotions going on, like I mentioned earlier, update that. They really like it when you're active on your Google account. So anytime somebody leaves a Google review, I want you to go and comment, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate our time with you, whatever you want to say, okay? And obviously inviting them back into your spa, inviting them back into your business is really the key there, okay? And saying, I want to see you back in. And if you even can put the time frame, hi, okay, thank you so much for leaving your review. That's such kind words. I can't wait to see you back in 4 weeks. Because that even gives that client even further like, oh yeah, I got to go back in 4 weeks. So we're building on building, right? So get those positive reviews, and it's going to help the new client kind of come up. It's going to help everybody see what your business is doing, but it's going to really help optimize your Google page. So the three ways that Google likes is optimizing your Google business page. So make sure everything's up to date, make sure everything's clear, make sure everything's listed that you want to be listed on there, regularly updating it with seasonal things, regularly updating maybe question and answer section. They really like that. So mastering your local SEO. So this is your second kind of free way, is really getting your keywords on your website, getting your keywords on your Google business page listing, as many keywords as possible. So when people are searching and saying lashes near Minneapolis or whatever, however they're searching with whatever keywords they're using, we're going to make sure that there's a likelihood that you're going to show up. And number 3 is leveraging your client reviews to build that trust factor. So we talk about this a lot, right? Like if you're in my little bubble, you know, I talk about building trust in your marketing as fast as possible. So there's all different ways to do that, but that is one. They're going to be reading that Google review and they're going to be thinking, yeah, I definitely want that result. Wow, look how many reviews this person has on this one specific service. Now, you're probably listening and thinking, I work for a spa or salon. How does this apply to me? So a lot of this really applies to people who are the business owners. But if you work for a salon or spa, you can still have your clients use your name in their review. So that's going to help you a ton. So it's going to say, oh my gosh, I went to Heidi at blah, blah, blah spa and I had this service done and I had such a great experience. This is what I experienced while I was there, right? So that name popping up over and over again on that one business page is going to get you booked more likely a lot faster, okay? Because they're going to say, wow, Heidi's really got a lot of reviews in here. I'm going to go to her because she has the most reviews for this service. And it works like a charm. So these are 3 free ways that you can utilize Google and you can grow and you can attract clients in, but this is all local, right? So this is just one extra step you can use in your marketing that you can use to attract this. Now, I highly suggest you go online and check out my Beauty Business Jumpstart. I dive a little deeper into all the different ways that you can market to attract new clients in the door. And you can find the link for that in the show notes. But thank you for listening. I hope you liked that episode and found something useful or tip that you can use immediately. And my episodes come out weekly, so I'll see you in the next episode.